I'm tired of always see the better in people or the things that matter. But I never could have thought the dagger in my bag, it was you. In the echoes of your lies, dear. Can you hear me harmonize every word that comes out? It almost got the best of me. But now I've gotten so sick, so sick, so sick of love.
The clock starts ticking down. There's only 24 of these 60 minutes left. Will you still be heading to work? Are you opening up your Google mailbox to answer all your dumb emails that you received overnight? Or are you hitting the gym today? Well, fuck that old lady on the bus. Are you seriously willing to give her your seat while the last seconds of your life counts down? What about church? Are you on your way to send God your last prayers? What is the point of all that?
Decorate my lows and glitter.
A life as a human being, in the modern society at least, differs itself a lot from the way our ancestors used to live. Partially looking at the activities we undertake, it is far from the question of survival. So there's no hustle in looking for food, searching for shelter, or whatsoever. Well, great news. So we have a shit ton things less that we need to worry about, right? Why is that guy in front of Wall Street fairly well dressed with a slick hairstyle, choking on his hot dog, as if he's a miserable chicken with coccidiosis? We made it, right? I thought we had enough bread to fill our stomach, enough wood to heat up our fireplace, so why the long face, man? Did we really make it? So, fulfilling our basic needs as a living organism doesn't really mean that we have arrived at our destination. What else is that we need more? Let me think. So is it wealth, fame, honor? What is the missing puzzle? The irony is that nobody knows what the missing piece is. Living is such an intuitive thing to do, but at the same time, the most complex equation given to mankind. Nobody gave us the answer sheets with survival tips written down, and yet the human species made it this far. I mean, come on. We are one step away from landing a goddamn spaceship on Mars. But why are we exactly doing this, if I may ask? The expression worth dying for is often used when we refer to something worth achieving no matter the cost. But this is not as simple as it sounds like. We fight hard to accomplish things in life. A great job, a decent degree, a house with a red roof and a car, kids playing on the yard with a dog aside of it. A lot of us mostly hustle through the windstorm to steer our ship towards the lighthouse. I personally love the grind. Just like going up Mount Everest, no matter how steep and icy the valleys are, people climb this mountain 12,000 times up a year to get to the peak, even knowing the risk of not making it back to their beloved ones. The human race is the most ambitious creature walking on this planet, and that is exactly the reason why we have made it this far, so that you can lay on your bed and watch me lifting weights at this time of the day. But there is, frankly speaking, one tiny flaw in our concept. Actually, a humongous one, which turns out to be the most crucial reason, and I'm telling you, without exaggeration, that most of us will be regretting our lives at some point for not taking this condition a bit seriously. Yes, we all live as if we will live forever, for an eternity, where tomorrow really seems to be someone else's problem. But what if today is the last day on Earth? What if you wake up tomorrow and we reach the end of time? There is no tomorrow. Life is a merry-go-round, where we get to run down the 24 hours of the present day again and again and again. It is a fountain that never dries. Well, at least we think it is. Since time feels unlimited, we tend to forget about the value of it. Just think about it. Remember how long an hour used to feel like being a kid. The night before that one road trip, where you've already packed all of your things, perfectly ready to wake up the next morning and jump out of bed to leave town. That few minutes before we fell asleep felt like forever. Where is this energy? The older we get, the more we get used to today, now, this very second. And we live as if tomorrow is given for granted. The boring old routine from yesterday, last week, last month, and like that one spring day in 2013. Just like that. Every now and then, before I go to bed, I like to review my day that has already gone away. Some turns out to be good, some turns out to be rather unsatisfying. But hey, at least I am getting a few of them right. So. There's a slight percentage that I could close my eyes, fall asleep, and feel proud of my very last day on Earth. Although I do think it is not possible to have a long streak of these perfect days in life, because this new streak of great days will build a new standard of a normal day, eventually turning a normal day into a bad day. Just like that guy on Wall Street, bread to fill his stomach won't be enough, and we will always search for more. It is a curse, but also a gift at the same time, that we are such an independent individual that can turn the tables in the game, pushing our potential to the highest that hasn't even once been achieved before.
Neck, as I wait for the muse to come, that I can't seem to hear.
The point is that life was never about making the right choice at the first place, the better way or the logical procedure. Actually, I believe the opposite. I can tell you from my own experience that I feel much more fulfilled on days where I had that cheesecake that I've always been craving for, or when I thanked that worker at the bakery and saw his eyes shining back of life for my gratitude after a miserable shift, or when I finally visited that jazz bar that I had eyes on months ago. It's always the small things in life that in fact makes a huge difference. There is no right or wrong decisions in life. Being more specific, there is no point of looking for the right one. Make a decision and be so confident and passionate about it so that it turns out to be the right decision. If I only have 24 hours left on my watch, I'm done weighing and analyzing the consequences of my actions, but just bringing my potential thoughts straight into action and making the best out of it. And if one could live every single day under this one single rule that I mentioned, there won't be any regrets at all. Now let me repeat the start of my video. The clock starts ticking down. There's only 24 of these 60 minutes left. Where are you? How are you spending your very last minutes? Is it worth dying for? Or is it worth living for? If you made it all the way till this part of my video, just give my words a shot and try to live the last day on Earth just under this simple rule. I can't promise you that it will be the best day of your life, but most certainly not the worst ever either. It is bedtime. You lay yourself in bed and turn on your favorite playlist on Spotify, feeling relaxed. Now close your eyes. Just like for everyone else, the time has almost come. Take the good memories with you. How grateful you are to have lived your life, to have been you. You may rest now. And just like it happened this morning, it is another miracle. A new day begins. A new today. The day that was not supposed to come. And just like that, you get to start all over again. Another last day on Earth.
surround.